So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to convert your Pixelcade LCD 2nd Gen to a Pixelcade LCD 3rd Gen. And so why do you need the 3rd Gen? The difference is with the 3rd Gen, it's easier to upload your own artwork. So I got a lot of feedback from people that they like the product, but they want to customize it with their own LCD artwork. And you can actually do that with the 2nd Gen. There is an uploader, but it's a little bit slow and it's a little flaky. It's not super robust. And so what we did with 3rd Gen was we added the capability where you can just basically pop in your own USB drive. So as part of the 3rd Gen upgrade, we're actually going to get rid of this. This is actually a Wi-Fi dongle, so we're not going to use that. We're going to use the native Wi-Fi on the board, and we're going to allow you to pop in your own thumb drive, and you can add your own artwork to your hardest content on the thumb drive. So that's the main benefit of the Gen 3. And then also, for this upgrade, you will need to get a higher capacity SD card. So get your hands on a 64 gigabyte micro SD card, and we're going to replace the current SD card, which is 32 gigabytes. So that is the only thing you really need for this upgrade, is you just need to get a bigger card. So let's get to it. So the first thing you'll need is, again, that bigger card. So this is a 64 gigabyte card. Take this guy, go ahead and if you don't have one, get one of these micro SD card adapters. Then just take the micro SD card, pop it in the adapter like this, and then pop this into your computer. Windows, Mac, whatever you happen to have, go ahead and pop that in. You'll get a download link to the 64 gigabyte image for Gen 3. Go ahead and download that to your computer. And then use a program called Balena Etcher to write that image or burn it onto this card. Okay, so that's step one. So now go ahead and plug in that micro SD card into your Windows computer. When you do that, you're going to see this come up. Do not hit format, hit cancel. And the reason why that's coming up is there's actually two volumes on this micro SD card. One is a Linux volume, which Windows can't read, so just in case you're wondering. But then one you want to go to is this one called Pixel Data. So look here for a program called Pixelcade Wi-Fi Wizard, and which is just going to double click it, and you're just going to enter your Wi-Fi. I'm just going to put a fake one here, network name, and then your Wi-Fi password. So let's say your password was 1234556, and then hit OK. That's then going to write your Wi-Fi credentials to the micro SD card. So all set, and then once that's done, you can just go here and do an eject, and then pop this back into your Pixelcade LCD marquee. In this case, so what you're going to do is take that SD card, turn it upside down so the contact points are facing up, and then again, take this one out. So I'm just going to press, take this guy out, and then pop in the new card. And if you just kind of feel around, you'll see where it is, and just press it in, and that's all you got to do. All right, so let me just show you again, a little close up. So here's what the board looks like. Take your SD card, again, you want it upside down so the contacts are pointing up. And you're basically just going to slide it right in here, press it in, like so. Okay, so that is step 3. And then also, you're going to want to remove the Wi-Fi dongle from the current board. So this is very important because with Gen 3, we're no longer using this Wi-Fi dongle. We're going to switch over to the onboard Wi-Fi. There's actually a little antenna here, and this frees up our USB port for cool things like USB thumb drives so we can expand our storage. So don't forget to take out that USB Wi-Fi dongle, very important. So again, here's just another close-up. There's the Wi-Fi dongle right here. Just go ahead and pop it out. And you can leave this, maybe keep both of these things if you ever need to go back to Gen 2 for whatever reasons. I don't think you would, but it's always good just to keep those around in case you ever need them. So I've got some customers that are on these crazy big, hyperspin images, and they've got like 60 gigabytes of artwork. So if you're in that boat, then definitely go the thumb drive route. So get yourself, maybe 128, 256 gigabyte thumb drive. Copy all of the artwork into the thumb drive up front, because copying it, you can actually, once the thumb drive is in, this is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can actually still copy stuff to the thumb drive over Wi-Fi. It's just going to be slower. So take, that huge dump of files that you have. There's two directories on here. One is called LCD marquees. The other one is called MP4 marquees. MP4 marquees is for video files, video snaps. I recommend to keep those video snaps to 7 seconds. And then the other one is for your still image JPEGs. If you've got a super Pixelcade LCD like this for Rec Room, it's going to be 1920 by 360 resolution. So again, 1920 by 360 resolution. Copy all the files in this guy, and then just simply plug it in.
All right, so let's go ahead and install the Pixelcade desktop software on your arcade PC. So in this case, we're going to do this on Windows. So this assumes you're running like a Hyperspin or CoinOps or a Launchbox Big Box on a Windows PC. So let's go to pixelcade.org and then let's go to download, then pick Windows-based arcade front end. And then let's scroll down and download LCD. Now, just a side note, if you happen to have both Pixelcade LCD and LED, because you can actually have both in your install, then you'd want to pick this one. But if not, just pick LCD. So let's go ahead and download this one. All right, so we're downloaded. Let's go ahead and launch it. Now, one thing here, and it's going to prompt you here as well, do not install it under program files. There's a permissions thing that if you do that, it's going to break. So it's going to default to either your C drive or you can put it on your D drive, whatever you have the most space. All right, so it's installing, and then you'll notice at the end of the installer, this little command prompt window is going to come up. And this is basically going to look for that LCD on your network. So assuming you did the other procedure correctly and have your LCD booted up, it's going to find it. You can see it just found it right there on our network. And then it's going to automatically pair. Basically pair meaning connect your desktop arcade running the Pixelcade software to that Pixelcade LCD on your network. So just go ahead and hit OK. If you didn't see this, that means there's some issue, some network connectivity issue or something, and we'll have to do some troubleshooting on that one. But in this case, it found it, so we'll just go ahead and hit OK. And then it's then going to launch the front end installer wizard. So this is where we tell it, we make sure we have LED Blinky installed, and then we also tell it which front end we're using. So let's say, for example, you're on CoinOps, you'd pick CoinOps. If you're on the latest version of CoinOps, pick the first one. If you're on an older version, pick Legacy. So let's just go ahead and pick this one. And you can see, by the way, the other front ends that are supported. Launchbox, Big Box, Hyperspin, GameX. I've got quite a few here. So, for right now, we're just going to pick CoinOps as an example. So hit OK. Then it's going to ask us, okay, where is your CoinOps folder? I'm just going to tell it it's right here under CoinOps. It's going to make a little modification for Pixelcade, and then that's it. So that's all there is to it in terms of installing it for your particular front end. All right, so now if you want to copy new artwork over your Pixelcade LCD, what you're going to do is go over here, go down here and look for this Pixelcade LCD network share icon. And that should open up something like this. In my case, I actually have an external USB drive hooked up to it as well. But if you don't, you're only going to see this Pixelcade internal. And so I'm going to go ahead and go over here, get some new marquees, and double click on this guy, go into the LCD marquees folder. This is for JPEG, still image marquees. MP4 is for video snaps. I'm just going to go here, actually copy those in already, so I'm just going to override them, hit paste, and you just literally copy and paste. Now, it is important that you follow a specific naming convention. So if I go here and go to this how to add new LCD artwork, just go to this page and scroll down a little bit, and it's going to give you information you need to know about how specifically to name the files. So that's here. And it's also going to tell you about this log file, which is going to be super helpful. Let me show you, explain what that's all about. So if I go back here and I go here, so again, I'm back to Pixelcade internal, look at this log folder. There's a file here called Pixelcade LCD.log. Let's go ahead and open it up. So as you're running your front end, all the calls to Pixelcade actually are logged in this file. So for example, if it's trying to find, let's say you pick this one. So here's a good example. This is, I think a game called Droid Assault. It's under the run and gun console category. So Pixelcade didn't find it. So it's going to tell you exactly it was looking for this file. So you could then simply go back here and copy that file, that exact file name, stick it here, and the next time around, it'll find it. So anything that's missing will flag in the log file as missing. So you could just search on the log file under missing, very easily find the stuff that's missing. And then for ones that aren't missing, like let's say, for example, pick this one here. Say this is actually a console piece of artwork called Hack Games. Then if you didn't like this particular one, you could create your own, give it that file name, copy it in that same area before, and you'll be good to go. So this will be a really helpful resource for you if you want to copy over your own artwork. And I wanted to show you one other thing here. Okay, let me actually search. Okay, so here's an example of one where I actually copied a new console marquee called default slots, put that on the USB drive, and so the log file is telling you, hey, I found that in USB content. And so that's another way you can validate that your content actually went through. And then just so you know, the order is going to be like this. So Pixelcade will always look for external first or USB first. So if you've got something on your USB drive, it's going to go there first. If you don't have a USB drive or the artwork isn't there, then it's going to go to internal. It's going to look there. And then if it's not there, it's going to look in the system memory, which you can't actually get to. And there's a lot of artwork that comes in the system storage already.